Few will forget when a white tiger viciously mauled and attacked Roy Horn in 2003 during Siegfried and Roy Las Vegas show. The attack ended the careers of Roy Horn and his partner, Siegfried Fishbaker, as an audience of 1,500 people watched 400-pound tiger named Manticore bite Roy and drag him off stage. The explanation has always been that Roy suffered a stroke, and the tiger reacted to protect him. Now, trainer Chris Lawrence has spoken out to The Hollywood Reporter, claiming Roy himself is to blame for the accident. In a long interview, Lawrence says Horn was spending too little time with the tigers before shows, eroding the bond between animal and performer. Many of the handlers thought that Roy was treating the cats more like props than he was respecting them for who they were, Lawrence explains to THR. That can only work as long as there are no variables. Which is impossible considering that you're dealing with a living, thinking animal. Lawrence, now 45 years old, has been diagnosed with PTSD, and says he is recovering from alcohol abuse, night terrors and suicidal thoughts. He tells THR he's speaking out now to set out the facts before a planned movie Siegfried and Roy reportedly have in the works. The night of the accident, October 3, 2003, was Horn's 59th birthday. Because the audience was filled with Horn's friends, the handler says he persuaded Horn to perform with the impressive Manticore. This moment haunts me to my core and plagues me with overwhelming guilt, says Lawrence. I actually talked Roy into using the tiger that would ultimately maul him and end the most successful stage show in the history of Las Vegas. He says Manticore was quickly off his mark in the performance and into uncharted waters. What Roy did was, instead of walking Manticore in a circle, as is usually done, he just used his arm to steer him right back into his body, in a pirouette motion, Lawrence says. Manticore's face was right in Horn's midsection. By Roy not following the correct procedure, it fed into confusion and rebellion.
When the tiger bit at Horn's sleeve, Lawrence made a move to intervene, tempting him with raw meat. The trainer grabbed Manticore's leash, and the tiger managed to knock both men down. I vividly remember thinking, here he comes, and I experienced all of the things that you hear about prior to your death, he recalls. But the tiger was only interested in Horn, dragging the unconscious performer off the stage. Horn was rushed to the hospital and survived multiple surgeries.